Workzone ratchet wrench set from Aldi. I had no intention of buying these, but like many of you out there, if you're in Aldi or Lidl and you do that middle aisle thing and you go down and you go, oh, that's interesting, and you think, that's a cheap tool set, I don't really need them, but before you know it, you've had them in the basket, you've gone through the till and you're on the way out the door. As you saw me use one of these in the last video, I thought they'd be worth a mention. I can't remember how much I paid for them. It wasn't much. It was one of those things, as you pass in, you just throw them in the basket in the hope that one day you'll need to use them. Size wise, you've got a 6mm, an 8mm, 10 and a 12mm, 11 and 13, 14 and 17, 19 and 21. Construction wise, it's just some flat plate metal in the bottom and the top, and more flat plate metal in the middle, and it's all sandwiched together and riveted. On the ends you've got your ratchet system. So you can go righty tighty and lefty loosey, and there's no lock in between. I drilled a hole in a piece of oak just for demonstration purposes. Don't for a minute think that buying some cheap tools from Aldi, Lidl or Amazon or whatever are going to be a replacement for good quality tools, because they're not. However, treat them right. Don't over tension them, don't give them too much abuse. There's no reason why they won't last for years. So the advantage of a ratchet is obvious. Once you get your spanner on, instead of trying to turn it all the time, you can just ratchet him on. Got 13mm on here. He's strong enough to keep tightening to take him through this piece of oak. The answer's yes. I'm only doing this to test the strength on it. You can see from that he's driven that in the oak. I mean, I wouldn't do this in any normal type of life, but just for demonstration purposes, you can see he didn't fail. He slipped off because he was running out of nut to stick on, but for the money, I've got no complaints about these. So, tool or toy for your average homeowner, DIYer. Tool. I would imagine they'll serve you well in specific situations. Obviously, if you've got the right nut size and you can fit them into where you want to go, they should work out. On the other hand, for your contractors and your tradespeople, I'd say toy. And the reason I say that is, if you're going to have stuff like this and use it all the time, I would imagine the metal is quite soft and you're going to put a lot of strain on them, so eventually one of these rivets is going to pop open and the whole thing's going to fall apart. If you do find yourself wandering along in the middle aisle of Aldi, Lidl, and you see something like this, and you think to yourself, shall I put it in my basket? Why not? Give it a go. They might get you out of a tight spot one day.